Good evening to everybody. So, welcome all to our first Factual Friday. So, we are so excited. So, now I'll be sharing my screen. Yes. Okay. Once again, we are back with bombarding factual Friday, starting with a very interesting topic that's weight management and decoding labels. So, first of all, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Shirley. I am India nutritionist, and today we have another nutritionist who's very special and one of my colleague, and she's also well versed with all explanation, storytelling, and so many things. So we are so excited to start the session. So before beginning the session, I would like to tell all of you that it's videography or photography is not allowed. So please focus on the session and learn, get more insights on this. And if you would like to listen this session, or you want to hear in it in your regional languages, then you have an option called interpretation. So you can see a globe option towards the corner of your screen. If you click on that, you'll get a option called Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and for Bengali it's Spanish. Again, I repeat, for Bengali it's Spanish. So you can click on that, but if you do not mute your original audio, so you will not be able to hear it in your regional languages. So please kindly mute your original audio, then you can select the preferred languages. And if you're using this training, if you're listening from your phone, then there's also option. You can see the three dots on the top corner of your screen. Click on that, and again the same. Mute the original audio and select your preferred language. And for Bengali, you choose Spanish. Again, okay. So now I would like to introduce my colleague, my best friend, Aisha Kausar, our India nutritionist, to the session with me. Welcome, Aisha.
Thank you, Shirley. I'm excited to do this session with you.
Yeah. Yes, Aisha. So let's begin with the agenda. So I would like to tell you guys today our topics would be weight management, weight loss plateau, and how to read the labels. Now, this is a very interesting session, right? That's where we all want to learn more. So let's learn more. Now, the question, Aisha, here is what is nutrition? And you could please tell us why is it very, very important?
So, nutrition, as we all know, that it gives us a lot of nutrients, mainly energy to sustain our day, right? So, eating right with right nutrition means fueling your body right? With the balanced mix of nutrition that supports your overall health and wellness. So, this all micronutrients can come from variety of your foods, which are rich in macronutrients like your carbohydrates, protein, fat, along with all your micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, most importantly, your fiber, hydration, everything, right? Now, we need to understand how to optimize this. Now, when I speak about optimizing this, it means getting the right amount of nutrition for your body for an individual time, right? So it's not just about eating enough or eating those nutrients, but eating the right proportion to meet your body's specific needs is optimizing your nutrition, right? So for which you need to focus on nutrient dense foods, okay? And stay well hydrated so that your energy levels are maintained. And most importantly, as we speak about the topic today, which is weight management, right? It will also help you maintain a healthy weight when you eat in right proportion and help you promote long-term well-being, right? So with that being said, we have our global nutrition philosophy, right? Now, our global nutrition philosophy is so well balanced, and I'm sure everybody by now knows the amount of the percentage of fats that needs to be consumed, the percentage of carbohydrates that needs to be consumed, and protein, most importantly protein that needs to be consumed. So it is 30%, 30%, and 40%. 30% of fats, 30% of proteins, 40% of carbohydrates. But surely, what do you think this 30, 30, 40% is, right? It's
Yeah.
it's quite confusing to just see the percentage there. So
Yeah.
let me tell you, the percentage here means, it comes from your calorie intake. It comes from, okay, for example, if I need, say, 1,200 kilocalories of energy, of calories, okay, that I need to be consuming from all the given foods here. So 30% from that 1,200 needs to come from fats. 30% from that 1,200 needs to come from protein. Likewise, 40% of that 1,200 needs to come from carbohydrates. So that's how I'm going to calculate and see if I am able to get that optimum nutrition or not, right? So that's about the global nutrition philosophy. It's very simple. And with that, on the basis of that, we have our range of products. Now we have our weight management, targeted nutrition, sports nutrition, energy, and our Vritti Life Ayurvedic product, which has both inner and outer nutrition, right? Now, today, our main focus is going to be on weight management. Start of the year, we all have that resolution in mind about how to control our weight, how to manage our weight. So, Shirley, could you please help our audience know how to manage their weight?
Yeah, to weight management is very vast and very, very, very nice. It's like a, art. You learn that art, you are well versed with everything. So here, let's learn how to be an artist with this weight management, and we can relate this in our day-to-day life. Simple concept that we need to follow, that is the calories we take and the calories we burn. What we do, we take calories, we do not burn it, we do not do physical exercise, we do not take enough rest, and we do not manage what we eat. We know what we are eating, like Aisha said, 30%, 40%. We know what we are eating, but we don't know how much we are eating, right? We just eat like only protein, only carbohydrates, only fat. So we don't know that. So we need to balance that. Along with that, we are burning. So when I mean burning, it actually means my physical activity, my training, my strength trainings, my, high intensity trainings, whatever it is. But I need to do physical activity. I need to give my body that focus to keep moving on, right? Now, I would like to give an example for this calorie burn, calorie in and out. Now, I would take an example of a person who needs 1,800 kilocalories to have a basic functionalness, like, day-to-day life. For example, basic, very basic, walking, talking, very basic. So this 1,800 is for the person A. Now for you, it might be 1,500. For me, it might be 1,600. Depends on the your metabolic rate, your basal metabolic rate. That's your basic requirement. Now this person needs 1,800 kilocalories, right? But he needs to have a calorie deficit diet. So he is cutting down 300 calories and is only intaking like 1,500 calories. So the 300 calories is gone. It's in the wallet now, right? Next, he's also working out. He's not sleeping, he's not resting. He's having a proper 8 hours sleep, and he's also doing physical activity. So he's burning 200 calories. Again, 300 plus 200, 500 calories. So he is creating a deficit, diet for himself with 500 kilocalories. So this concept it will be very useful for you to, begin your journey with weight loss, and, to continue it for, for a longer time. Now, we need to understand the science behind our labels and how it is, how beautifully each and everything is put up. Now, understanding the label on weight management is, very interesting topic that we have brought today. Let me begin. This is for our new associates, fresh associates who are here, preferred customers. So we have Formula One in 9 different flavors, all different yummy flavors and Indian flavor, right? And it's personalized protein powder for your personalizing your protein requirements every day. And Shake Mate, your milk replacer with a, milk-based protein blend. Now, all these three beautiful heroes are having this high quality protein. Such a beautiful thing, right? Now, next, moving on. Other things, what you know, what would need to be supportive, like multivitamins, minerals with herbal essence, and then cell activator, then herbal control, and cellulose. These are our weight management products. So now let's understand more about these products. Now, why is it important to follow the label recommendation? So, Aisha, could you please explain this in your own way, simple and quick, that we'll understand what is RDA, why it is needed, needed in day-to-day life.
Definitely. So RDA, the minute we say RDA, which is recommended dietary allowance, sounds like a very technical and a heavy term, right? So let me break it down in simple terms for our audience here. So it's like the daily amount of rice or dal. Now, if somebody who's a housewife here, okay, or if somebody regularly cooks at home, would know, right? Would calculate this much amount of dal is needed or this much amount of rice is needed for those many members in the house, right? To eat so that they don't waste or they don't fall short of the food that they have cooked. So it's just that right amount to feed your family without wasting or falling short. Similarly, what is RDA? RDA is how much of each nutrient our body needs to stay healthy. Not too much, not too little, just the right balance. Okay, so all the nutrients will have an RDA, set RDA. So this set RDA is usually, how it's taken. Suppose 90 to 98, 97 to 98% of Indian population or an Asian Indian population for that matter, they would have assessed how much that 98 or 97% of people require, how much protein would they require, how much vitamin C would they require, how much what are different nutrients that they would require just to sustain, okay, to so that their body gets that balance. Now, if they have any extra goals, like if the person is an athlete, or if the person is a heavy worker, or if the person is a moderate worker with different levels of activity, then the RDA will change. Okay. But here on our products, we have taken, a RDA reference of a sedentary working women. Sedentary working as in who does not have much of a physical activity, who has a normal lifestyle, nothing excess, nothing, nothing, no complications, nothing, right? So for somebody like that, the reference chart has been made, and based on that reference, our products percentage is also given here. Now, what is this RDA percentage? So we understand RDA is something, the amount of nutrients that we require to gain a balance, right? Now, what is RDA percentage on the label mean? So if you see here, we have an RDA. For example, vitamin B12 for a sedentary working woman who does not have a major physical activity, just there like, to run her day-to-day life, right? Now, she requires 2.4 mg of vitamin B12, okay, on a everyday basis. That is her 100% RDA. So here, if you see on the label, right, multivitamin, mineral and herbal tablet plus label, B12 says she is getting, or whoever consumes it per serving will be getting 15% of it. 15% out of 2.4 mg, which is 0.3 mcgs, right? So here what happens is 0.33 means 15% out of that 100% has been achieved when a person takes just one serving of multivitamin mineral herbal tablet. So likewise, they have to take 3 servings. So with that 3 servings, it becomes 45%. So they have to achieve another 55 percentage. That will be through their diet and through the shake, and there are other products also which will give us vitamin B12, right? I hope this is clear. If you have understood the concept of RDA percentage, please give us a thumbs up there. Right. So moving on, Shirley, there are more interesting facts about multivitamin and minerals. So I'm glad the audience have understood
And
about RDA percentages, and we've been
I can
receiving
see
quite
so many
thumbs ups there.
thumbs ups. Yeah. Continuing with the same thing, Aisha, since we have taken B12 example, there's a very, very interesting nutritional fact which says this is a science where after 50s, our stomach, make less acids, which absorb, very, very, very few amount, like very less amount of B12 from our food, vitamin B12. And vitamin B12 is very much necessary for, metabolic activities, day-to-day life requirements. But there's something special. The crystalline form of vitamin B12 will be absorbed in a very good, very good pace at any age. So that's where our label, comes to play. Now the question is, does our MVM or our supplement contain B12 in a crystalline form? The answer would be yes. The crystalline form of vitamin B12 is called as cyanocobalamin, right? So this cyanocobalamin is a form of crystalline vitamin B12. Now, Formula 2 multivitamins and mineral and herbal tablets contain vitamin B12 in its crystalline form. This is something that we are all learning right now. It's a very interesting thing. So it's directly, the absorption rate is very good now. So your B12 is getting absorbed. So your RDA is fulfilled that. So this is how you understand your labels, That's where your ingredients, your nutrients come into role. And next, moving ahead, this is a very, very important thing. Since I am with Aisha explained very beautifully about RDA per serve, RDA percentage, I'm talking about the Formula One, which we are using every day, right? Every day, millions of Formula One is consumed, right? Now, let's understand per serve of Formula One contains 9 grams of protein. How do I know that? Because my label says that, right? You can see the per serving column there. You will see every time you take shake, you will have 9 grams of high quality protein. We should tell that we should memorize this term. It's a high quality protein because of its PDCAAS value, PDCAAS. That's protein digestibility amino acid score is 1. That means it's a high quality protein. Next, the same per serve, I'm getting 3 grams of fiber, 18 vitamins and minerals. And you can see here also you have a vitamin B12 in cyanocobalamin, in a crystalline form. That's one interesting thing again, right? And again, it is tested for low glycemic index. So now this we understood. So you can see a column kind of a thing in your front a part of your Formula One canister, low GI. So let's dig into that. Let's understand first in a nutrition point of view, what is glycemic index, what is high glycemic index and low glycemic index. I think Aisha, you would explain us in a very simpler terms, what is high GI, what's low GI, and why should I consider this?
Shirley, can we go back to the previous slide, please?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes. So here, if you can see here, low glycemic index or glycemic index for that matter, it measures how quickly carbohydrates in the food that we eat, right, will have carbohydrates in it. It can be complex, it can be simple. So carbohydrates, like, the simplest form of carbohydrate is glucose, right? Now, when anything, that is rich in carbohydrate is eaten, it breaks down ultimately after digestion into glucose. Now, this glucose will enter our bloodstream. Okay, it will enter our bloodstream. the faster the glucose enters our bloodstream, that means the food was high in glycemic index. It was easily digested. So what happens? It goes faster into the bloodstream and it also drops faster, right? That means the energy that we are getting from high GI foods, it's not sustained, as in it's not there for a longer time. It gives us a spike and it drops. But if you see foods which are slowly digested and slowly release the glucose, right? Now that will have a sustained energy. It gives the energy distribution is there for a longer period of time because it is slowly digested and it slowly absorbs the carbohydrates, right? So I'm sure when somebody looks at a traffic signal, everybody gets irritated when there is a red signal. And nobody likes red signals, right? They all like the green signal and they just want to keep going with their vehicles. So likewise, in glycemic index, we have categories which are red, orange, and green. So here the red means anything that has high GI. It's also called as the low performance food. Now, why is it low performance food? Let me tell you. But before that, there is something called as moderate GI also, which is moderate performance food. Now, high performance food, which is low GI, and here it says eat often, eat occasionally, eat rarely. But now looking at the left hand side here there is something in common, right? I'm sure the audience will be able to notice it. So there is something in common. One nutrient is particularly in common, right? That is fiber. So if the food is low in fiber, it is high GI food. If the food is moderate in fiber, it is moderate GI food. If the food is high in fiber, it is low GI. Now, why fiber here? Now, fiber basically what it does is it binds with glucose or carbohydrate. It holds them tight, right? So that the release of the carbohydrate happens, so the glucose happens very slowly, right? So higher the fiber intake in the food, lower is your GI. Likewise, Shali, if you go back to our F1 slide, please. If you see the fiber intake here is 3 grams of dietary fiber. So it is understood 3 grams is a higher per serving, right? So with that, automatically the label also says, can we go back to the label Formula 1 slide for glycemic index, please? Next, yes. Here, if you see, previous slide, yes. Here, if you see, it says the label clearly states it's a low GI food. I'm sure now you're clear that the fact having more fiber in it makes it low GI, right? So with that, we have two beautiful products which clearly states on their label that they are low GI, which is Formula 1 and ShakeMate. Now my question to everyone is, but we are not just having Formula 1 and ShakeMate. We are also having personalized protein. Now, is that low in GI? Right? So if you think this is low in GI or associated to GI, give me a thumbs up.
Aisha, this also reminds me of a story that we used to, listen in our childhood where a rabbit and tortoise story. So rabbit considering high GI and tortoise having a steady and slow, maintaining its balance being low GI. So I would like to relate it like that. So that reminded me of that story. Yeah.
Yeah, well said, Shirley.
Yeah.
So in this, what happens is, so a lot of people have given thumbs up
Yeah.
whether this product is low GI. If this product was a low GI product, we would definitely have stated it on the label, right?
Yeah.
So, but we do not state anything that is protein based, okay, purely protein based as low GI, because GI is only to do with carbohydrates. only to do with something that releases glucose in the body. Protein will not impact our blood glucose level because it is not a carbohydrate, right? So as a result, protein-rich foods generally will have low GI. But if you look at the label here, you see total carbohydrates, right, is 0.24, which is negligible. Sugar is 0.03, which is again negligible. So there's basically no carbohydrate in this, is purely protein. Along with the fiber, if the product also has protein in it, that means automatically the glycemic index of that particular food is low. Okay, can we move on? Okay, now we're talking about shake. I understand we're talking about weight management here, but just a little interesting twist that I would want to bring in. Okay, so we're talking about shake. There is another shake which is Dino Shake, right? So here in Dino Shake, the label says there is added sugar as an ingredient. Of course, we have not added any artificial sweetener to this product because it purely caters to our kids, right? So let me split it across and help you understand the amount of sugar that is there in Dino Shake, right? Now, for children, it is recommended that they can take less than 5% of sugar coming from less than 5% of the daily energy requirements coming from sugars, right? So less than 5% is what is recommended for them. I hope this point is clear. Now, here, let us calculate for anybody who's a 2-year-old, right? As per the RDA, recommended daily allowance, the amount of dal chawal that the kid can eat, right? So it for a 2-year-old, the calorie requirement is 1,110 kilocal per day. Now, if I am taking 5% out of 1,110 kilocal, that becomes 55.5 calories. So I repeat again, 5% is recommended, right? Recommended sugar. Then the caloric requirement is 1,110. 5% out of that is giving me 55.5 calories. Okay, I'm going to keep this aside now. How much 1 gram of sugar is going to give me, right? It's going to give me 4 calories, right? So 55.5 divided by 4. I understand it's a lot of math to do, but please carefully listen. 50.55 divided by those 4 calories coming from that 1 gram will give me 13.8 grams of sugar. So this much is what is recommended. If I'm speaking about it in grams, 13.8 grams of sugar can be given to a kid who's anywhere between 1 to 3-year-old. So, but our Dino Shake is for children above 2-year-old. Can we move to the next slide? Now, let's see how much Dino Shake is giving us. Okay. Now, in one serving, Dino Shake is giving about 7.23. Now, if I calculate that 7.23 into 4 calories, it is giving me approximately 29 calories. Okay. Now, my 2-year-old kid requires how many calories? 1,110 calories. Now, 29 out of that 1,110 calories is nothing but 2.6%. That's all. It is, where is 5%? Where is 2.6%? It is very, very, very less. So Dino Shake per serving gives just 2.6% of total calories, total energy per day coming from sugar. So this is the lowest for the age group of 2 years, right? So moving on, Shali, so I hope this is clear. It's very important for us to understand the labels. That's why we've been emphasizing. You can always get back to us if you have any queries, but I hope we have made this point clear so far in terms of how much sugar is being coming through dino shake, okay, and what is recommended. Now, here Mr. Raj feels that, he's taking good high quality protein from soy, which is coming from Formula One. Okay. But Shakemate, we said, okay, it is low in glycemic index. But Shirley, can you help us understand if this is low in glycemic index, and how would you compare it with a skim milk and a soy milk and the other nutritional benefits that we are getting from Shakemate?
Exactly. That's what I even saw many queries that was on the chat box right now. So how can we, how ShakeMate is better than the rest of the things that we get in the market? So how can we compare? First of all, anytime I would like to see my nutritional benefits, like the nutritional ingredients or the nutritional table. So here you can, see it's clearly given. Shake meat contains, yes, it's a milk, milk based soya and protein blend product. It has, low GI. It has high quality protein. But instead of like having so many benefits, it also has vitamin D and your calcium, which are both our best friends. You all know that calcium cannot, get absorbed or metabolized in your body without vitamin D, and vitamin D needs support of calcium. So there's your vitamin D and calcium at 11% and 26% of your daily requirement. So that's something very interesting, right? Now, the total amount of calcium that you're getting from shake mate alone, you might be thinking that, am I taking enough calcium every day? So only from shake mate, you're getting 258 mg per day. That means one time when you're consuming shake, like one time when you're taking shake mate, that's one serve, right? So you're taking two serves, two times. That totally, if you see 129 into 2 is 258 mg of your total calcium requirement. And something is even more very interesting in this slide. So this is the answer for your question on the chat box, that soy milk and skim milk and shake. So what's the big difference? The first thing, lactose. It's a sugar, milk sugar. Fructose is a fruit sugar. So lactose is a milk sugar, right? One third, it's only one third of what skim milk contains. So that's very, very, very less. And convenience, yes, of course, you don't have to refrigerate. And many of the cities, you don't find soy milk or skim milk. If you go interiors, you'll not be able to get low fat milk. So that's the option you have, shake mate, right? And again, I repeat, it's high quality protein. How do I know that? Because its Pittacus value is 1, whereas we are not sure about other milk, milk products. Now, this has vitamin D, this has calcium along with your high quality protein, right? And it's easy to carry. It's the best, best partner for your Formula One, and it also gives you volume points. So something very, very nice and interesting about SheetMate. Moving ahead, now we are actually getting into the weight management content. So Aisha, I see so many interesting things mentioned on this slide. So what is weight management plateau? We saw something on agenda, right? So could you please explain our audience about this slide, and what is calories in, how do we manage it, calories out, and entire weight management beauty.
So I'm sure the audience must be very excited to know more on this, because this is something that, even as a coach, you might be coming across through a lot of your clients, that they might be following things that are right for them, right? Everything that matches their requirement and it's healthy enough, but still somewhere they do not lose weight. They are stuck where they are, right? So this weight remains same, and everything that you do goes in vain. So you need to understand why this happens at the first place. So your body gets used to the changes that you have made, whether it is your diet or exercise routine. And what happens is, as you lose weight, your metabolism, what is metabolism? The speed at your at which your body burns energy, right? I repeat, the speed at which your body starts to burn calories, right? That decreases. As you keep losing weight, that will decrease. Okay, so it will become very harder to lose weight. But this is not the same in all cases. You need to understand two scenarios in this. Sometimes the metabolism slows down, but sometimes what happens is your scale, your weighing scale might show that your weight is stuck, but internally your body is seeing a lot of changes, which means your body is losing fat, and that fat is getting replaced by the muscle. Let me remind you, muscle weighs more and fat weighs, so it's like, fat is like a cotton. Cotton weighs less but occupies more space, right? Your muscle is like an iron bar, okay? It weighs heavier, but it occupies less space. So what happens is the weight remains same. If, say, for example, 5 grams of cotton has reduced in this body and 5 grams of that has got replaced from this space to it has taken this space, small space, that 5 grams. That means your body constantly, internally, the changes are happening. It might not show up on the weighing scale for you, but your body composition is improving. For that, you need to check your body composition. Okay, now coming back to the first scenario where the metabolism is slowing down. Now, in this case, do not get discouraged. Okay, you can bring about some small changes in your diet, bring about changes in your workout, okay, which we will explain it to you. So if you do that, right, you will be able to see good amount of change. Now, first thing that I said is if the metabolism slows down, progress may stop. So improve your metabolism. Did you know that having thermogenic, means heat producing foods in the body like caffeine, can boost your metabolism, right? So we have products which are rich in caffeine. So we have our herbal control, which can help you boost your metabolism. Now that is the recommended serving is 2 servings a day, right? Now you can have 2 servings, which will give you, 1 serving will give you 82 mg of caffeine. That into 2. And another booster is your Afresh. Afresh is an energy drink mix. It helps you feel energetic, energized, and also gives you that alertness, right? So that will also help you, and that gives you about 40 mg of caffeine in 1 serving. So 82 mg into 2 and 40 mg into 3. On the whole, it will give you about 284 mg of caffeine per day, right? So this much is well within the regulatory limits of FSSAI and can be consumed. Okay. Now, like I also said, you can bring about change in your exercise routine. So, Shirley, please tell us how to bring about this tweaks in our routine.
This is a very, very interesting slide where we can understand so many things, Aisha. The workout, why physical activity is very much important because I see people having proper diet, proper sleep, proper rest, but not having a physical activity, taking a toll on their health. That also depends, right? So there are different sorts of exercise that you can keep on changing. So you don't stick on to one particular exercise forever. So that's where your body will get adjusted to that particular exercise or motion. Now you have high intensity interval exercises, you have strength trainings. People who are very very busy, you can do jogging for 30 minutes, do walking for like walk for 30 minutes, or you can skip, do such exercise. Cycling, all these comes under this high intensity interval exercise. You can take break 30 minutes, 20 minutes, you can do that. Otherwise, if you're more focused on improving your muscles or improving your body, and you can also try strength training. It's not only for people who want muscles, it's for everybody, for who wants your muscles to be strong And your foundation should be always healthy, right? And you also have your post workout drink. I can see rebuild strength there, right? So now this is how you plan your exercise routine, that's your physical activity, with proper workouts, and your post workout drink, that's your H24 rebuild strength and your hydrate for your hydration. Now, I would like to have play around with this particular table on our Formula One canister. It's such a beautiful table that's given, where anybody who wants to know how much protein you're having, you have it there. How much calories you're getting from one high protein meal, you have it there. For example, now a person A is coming to you, your one of your downline is coming to you, and he wants a high protein meal. He's taking 3 scoops of Formula One, 2 scoops of protein powder, and he's skipping shake mate for the beginning, and then he's going towards skimmed milk for 300 ml of skimmed milk. So he is getting 29 grams of protein, that to high quality protein, and 257 kilocalories. So that's how he will plan his next meal. So 257 plus 257 in the night and in the evening, and your lunch. So this is how we supposed to start or begin our beautiful journey. Now a person is using 3 scoops of Formula One and 2 scoops of protein powder and 2 scoops of shake mate, and he is getting 30 grams of high quality protein there, and 246 kilocalories. Like it's daily requirement, energy requirement. So this is how you look at your calorie content, you look at your protein on your each serving. If you have many or doubts on this slide or this concept, you know who to go. Like, you have your sponsors there. Please take their guidance. So they will help you out to how to plan all this, and lead you into a right path. Now, Aisha, giving up this touch, if this is not mentioned, then there's no beauty to it, to weight management portfolio. So just glance over what's cell activator and why are the active ingredients highlighted on the slide.
So, Shirley, speaking of these two products, for a lot of them, we understand that, meal replacement, okay, we are balancing the calories there, so the calories will get balanced, or, will help us create a deficit and will lead to weight loss. But we need to understand there are other parameters also which can help in weight loss. One most important parameter here is oxidative stress. Now, this oxidative stress can happen through a lot of, there are a lot of means for this. There is a lot of medium for this. Like, for example, your pollution, your UV radiation, right? Your other radiations coming from your phone, your laptop, all of these things. Your stress, regular stress, which comes from your work pressure, your physical stress, sometimes that happens through over exercising, right? Even such stresses lead to a lot of harm in the body. Now, how does that harm happen? So imagine your body is like a smartphone, okay, our mobile phone basically, and there are free radicals. Now, free radicals coming from these sources that I just mentioned. So free radicals are like the apps which are running in the background. We all have our phones where we have multiple apps running on the background, right? Do you agree with this? So these apps will drain the battery, right? Now, antioxidants are like the charging cable. When the battery gets drained, you need to charge the phone. You need to keep charging the phone because your battery is getting drained. And likewise, you need to give those antioxidants to your body to charge your body up, right? So when there are too many free radicals, the battery drains out, which means your metabolism becomes weak. Okay, it does not work well. It becomes even harder to lose weight. So you need to keep charging your body with antioxidants so that the battery is stronger, which means your metabolism is stronger, right? Now you can do that with cell activator. Now cell activator gives you those antioxidants, which is coming from alpha lipoic acid, which means you're keeping your body charged, keeping your metabolism on the higher side. So this will not let the free radicals affect your body. It will fight against the free radicals and it will support your general well-being. I hope this point is clear with how it helps in weight management, and which is why this product is particularly there in that category for us, right? So with that, you can consume as per the recommended dosage, right? And we have cellulose also. If there is excess water, it will help us maintain that healthy fluid balance, right? This balance happens because of the traditional herb that it has, which is with corn silk maize, which is nothing but corn silk, right? Now this helps to gain that fluid balance in the body. Okay, so with this, the four steps that we've mentioned, I repeat, which is first to boost your metabolism, boost your protein intake, right? And then we had bring about a change in your exercise routine, especially exercise routine, like Shirley clearly mentioned that you need to work. You can't keep doing the same exercises. You can't keep working the same muscles every time. There are so many muscles in the body. Utilize those muscles so that you boost your metabolism. And there are certain exercises which will not just help you burn calories when you're doing, but it will help you burn calories throughout the day when you have done that particular exercise. So likewise, strength training is one of such exercises. HIIT is one of such exercises which will help you lose fat. And fourth important point and more technical point is to manage your oxidative stress. So if you work on these parameters, you will definitely be able to break your weight loss plateau. Okay. And next time, if you have understood this, you will be able to coach your clients in a better way so that they continue to achieve great results through our product and through your coaching. Right. So with that, for more such information, please log into our HN Grow app and Shirley will take you through how to do so.
Yeah, so when I talk about HN Grow, I'm actually excited because we have our product dictionary, product ebook, right? Now, people who have already are using HN Grow, please give me a thumbs up. I just want to know how many of you are using HN Grow in your phone every day and using product ebook, making use of those informations in this, right? So you will be a motivation to the newcomers now, right? I need to see the thumbs ups, right, to move ahead, right? Okay, great. Oh, great. Nice. Now, people who do not know about HN Grow or haven't heard about HN Grow or haven't downloaded HN Go, please go to your app store or your Play Store from your phone, or you download it. You will have an option called download option. Then select the after selecting HN Grow, download it, open the app, enter the app. Then you have India English or India Hindi, right? So you choose whatever language you're comfortable in, then get into the app, then give your Herbalife user ID and your password, and there you are in. Now you have nutrition lifestyle. Right there you have your product ebook, which you can refer for many things. You have labels, you have your queries, you have many things about the products given in detail, which you can just carry it handy. Now before moving ahead, you would see a feedback link on your chat box that's been put now. So please click on that feedback link, and there's nothing very big that you have to do. You just have to click on and give a feedback on this training. How did you feel about this training? So that it'll help us to move ahead. Now, the people who are not using mobile phones, so you're carrying your laptops or your desktop, for you also have an option to use your product ebook. You have to just log into myherbalife.com, right? Click on HN Grow. You can see towards your left corner, the pointer is there, and click on HN Grow, and right there you have your product ebook, which is available. So please make use of this book. It's very interesting. And yes, and yeah, so this is all about weight management, and I would love to thank Aisha for putting up the technical terminologies into very simple concept that all of us can use in day-to-day life. So thank you, Aisha, for being a part of this session, and thank you all, Herbalife family, for being a part of this session. All the best for your weight loss journey, and happy new year once again. So thank you all.
Thank you, Shirley.